What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Speedy Dominican back at it again with another video. I hope you guys are having a great day today. So today we are talking about why my Civic Si is down. And yeah, unfortunately, it's so crazy. For those of you who watched my last video on my build mod list, it literally happened right after I finished shooting those videos. I was literally, me and John were leaving the spot we were at. We were on the road, we were doing some pulls, having some fun, and the turbo failed. Yes, turbo failed. So for those of you who don't know, I do want to put this out there. The 271 W1 turbo is prone to failing. I will say that. I knew that when I bought it. I don't blame my friend who sold it to me whatsoever at all. Like I said, I knew they were prone to failing. I was expecting it to fail, just not as quickly as it did. I've had the turbo in the car for about actually it got installed 3 months ago. It got installed while I was out of the country. And when I got back, I retuned it for the base map for the turbo. And I started driving it, nothing crazy. Did some pulls. The first day I tuned it, I did the base map tune on it. I drove it around. You know, after putting some miles on it, I started doing some pulls and it was ripping. It was insane. After that day, it never really felt the same. It did feel a little sluggish. I thought it was just in my head, but it wasn't in my head. It was actually apparently something for real. Yesterday, no, it's been 2 days. The other day, the day I recorded the video, I was doing the pull and I actually got it on GoPro. I have the footage, which I will put it in the video here. What the fuck was that? Did my clutch just slip, bro? Did my clutch just slip? Please don't tell me my clutch just slipped. Please do not tell me my clutch just slipped. Psych! Oh. I think I blew the turbo. What? What the? Alright, chill, boy, chill, daddy. What did he say? We're waiting on boots and
you already blow the turbo?
I don't know. When I passed you, when we did that pull, did you see any smoke or anything come out from my car?
Well, when you shifted, it was black smoke, but after that, it was done.
It was a lot of black smoke?
It was a cloud. It was a cloud.
It's not building boost.
Not at all?
Not at all. It won't pass zero.
You think a coupler could have came off?
Huh?
You think a coupler could have came off?
I don't think the turbo could have come off.
No, I'm talking about the coupler. If you're not building boost, there's no boost pressure. It could be a coupler.
Damn, bro. And it keeps making that cracking noise. I don't know what the is.
My stock one used to do the same thing though when I had it.
Pissing oil, is it?
Nah, you ain't pissing.
So what?
Like I said, I bet it's just a coupler because there's black smoke. It's usually because it's not building boost because there's no.
What a coupler?
Air.
Which coupler though?
It could be a. That's what I'm saying. I don't know which one it could be.
But the one on this side, that's on.
Unless it goes to straight to the charge pipe.
The intercooler?
Or yeah, the intercooler.
So basically what happened was the exhaust fan, one of the turbines on the exhaust side of the turbo snapped in half, causing the turbo to fail. Now I don't know how much damage is done to the turbo internally. It does have a little shaft play. So the turbo is actually in the trunk. When I get to UPS, I will show you guys. And I'm actually shipping out the turbo to a shop in Florida to get rebuilt. Now, most of you will ask me, well, why aren't you gonna send it back to 271, have them warranty it, have them rebuild it? The reason I don't wanna go back to 271 is because I know for a fact that if I send it back to them, it's going to fail again. And I don't wanna have to go through the hassle of taking it apart, shipping it back to them. I don't wanna go through all that. So I'm shipping it to a shop in Florida and it's gonna get rebuilt. Brand new internals, completely built. I'm not gonna tell you guys any specs yet until I get the turbo back, which when I get it back, I'll make another video. But I just wanted to tell you guys, come on here, tell you guys why my car isn't running, how the turbo failed, show you guys. And then whenever I get back home, I got kind of a busy day today. I might even try to watch the daily, we'll see. But whenever I get back to the house and I have a moment, I will try to take a video of the car. So you can see I have the turbo taken out. And some of you will say, well, why don't you put the stock turbo in? I don't want to put the stock turbo in because I'm gonna have to do another coolant flush. I'm gonna have to replace the oil again. And I run Torco SR15 W30, which is pretty pricey. I don't feel like having to buy more oil than what I need. So I have a daily. I don't need the Civic at this moment, so I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit. It could use the brake anyways from all the abuse. So when I get to the UPS, I will show you guys the turbo before I go in there. So I'll see you guys when we get there. So we're finally at the UPS store. Sorry for the quality change. I had to switch from a GoPro, but just wanted to show you guys real quick before I ship the turbo off. I'm not sure if you guys can see that right there, but yep. That is where it snapped off. And I have that crack right there. The notorious crack for the SI turbos right there. But anyways, yep. So that's supposedly what caused it to fail. I'm not sure if it is or not. Ooh, let me move that out there. Put this way. Drop this back in. And yeah, let me go drop this off and we'll get on with the rest of our day. What's up, guys? So it's actually a few days later. I had a lot happen after I dropped the turbo off, but the turbo was dropped off, it was shipped. It should be arriving at the shop today in Florida. I'm just waiting to hear back from the guy to see if he gets it or not. When he lets me know he got it, you know, he'll take it apart. He's gonna inspect the inside, tell me what all that may have caused damage-wise internally, or if that was the only damage done to it, and we'll go from there. But I did want to take a moment and talk about turbos for the 1.5 platforms. and keep in mind, these are all my personal opinions. Everybody has their own personal opinions, what they want to run, what they like, who they think has the best products for our cars. Everything I say is just my personal opinion of what I think. But 271 is a great company. Vincent at 271 he's an amazing person. He's super cool. Very good customer service. Very good customer service. You know, him and his team are very responsive. They reply to you in a timely manner. Very, very great company. Products from 271, I am a big fan of their products. The only thing I'm not a fan of is the W1 Turbo, now that I've experienced it for myself. You know, I wish that now that they know that they have that problem occurring so often, I wish that they would redesign the exhaust turbine when they do the rebuilds. I'm not sure if they do or if they don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I've seen, I believe it's just the same design, the same material exhaust turbine, and I believe that they upgraded it, excuse me, when they changed over to the W2 Turbo. So the W2 Turbo is bigger than the W1. Obviously, they do come in ball bearing and journal bearing. In my opinion, I do like ball bearing. There's nothing wrong with ball bearing whatsoever. Most people prefer it. Honestly, I think I would keep a journey bearing. What did I say? Beep. Journal bearing. Journal bearing turbo. Personally, that's just my personal preference. But would I pay the extra money for a ball bearing? Yes. Do I recommend it? Yes. Everybody has their own taste though, so you really have to experience it for yourself. So turbos for the 1.5. RV6 makes an upgraded turbo drop-in for the SI platform, and I don't personally like the RV6 turbo because of how big it is. It is a massive turbo for a drop-in. It can make a lot of power, but the thing with the RV6 turbo is that you have to have a built block to really get the full potential out of that turbo. Because it's so big, it won't spool until the higher RPMs, and we just don't have, on a stock block, we don't have enough RPMs to really let the turbo spool completely to really get the maximum performance out of it. People still run it. I hear people running it all the time, no complaints. I did used to hear that they used to blow up all the time. As soon as you installed it, like a week later, they would blow. I haven't heard that in a very long time. So RV6, if you guys fix that and address that issue, I applaud you guys. Keep up the good work. But personally, I won't run an RV6 turbo on my car. Now, another great turbo, which is basically OEM plus, it's the Mitsubishi, the MHI upgraded turbo for the 1.5s, the Mitsubishi upgraded turbo. And Mitsubishi, they make an upgraded turbo for the 2.0s, the K20s, and the 1.5s, which is the L15 series. For those of you who don't know, we actually have Mitsubishi stock turbos on the 2.0 and the 1.5s. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, I want to say ours is a TDO 2.5 turbo. If I remember correctly, I'll probably leak it. I'll put it right here in the video somewhere and correct myself if I'm incorrect. I'll look it up again. But Type R's come with a TDO 4, if I'm not mistaken as well. I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that one. But like I said, if I'm mistaken and I see it in the video, I'll correct it on the screen. So yeah, so Mitsubishi makes great turbos. As you can see, the stock one, I've had my stock turbo on my car for 121,000 miles, 122,000 miles of non-stop constant abuse. I'm talking brake boosting, just constant abusing since I bought the car. I bought my car with 13,727 miles to be exact, and it had a little over 122,000 miles on it, and it was still going strong. The only thing I saw on the turbo was that little crack in between the wastegate door and the exhaust fan, the exhaust turbine. That's it. I didn't really feel any shaft play. It's been holding on great. The turbines on the compressor side, on the intake side, did kind of take a little beating. They are a little beat, but they're still, you know, they were still good. It was still pulling hard like it was supposed to, just not as hard as it could. But W2, if you do want to run a 271 turbo, W2 is the way to go. Now it's up to you really if you want ball bearing or journal bearing. That's personal preference. PRO no longer sells a big turbo kit for the 1.5s. I hear a lot of people telling me that they want to run it, and PRO no longer sells turbo kits for the 1.5s. If I'm not mistaken, they stopped selling them because they were not carb legal. They weren't carb legal, so they had to stop selling it. So they no longer offer the turbo kits for the 1.5, sadly. They do offer an upgraded turbo for the 2.0s, but they don't offer any more turbos for the 1.5s, sadly. If that was the case, I would have ran a PRL turbo on it. And when they did sell the turbo kits, I wasn't focused on that. I was focused on other things. So, but it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. I'm not upset. If you are interested in running a PRL turbo kit, Facebook Marketplace, or not Marketplace, Facebook forums for the 10th gen platform is your best friend. I've seen a lot of people selling their big turbo kits from PRL because they're either getting rid of the car or trading it in or just whatever the case may be, just putting it back to stock for whatever reason, and they do end up selling the turbo kit. So I do recommend going and looking on the forums. So you might be lucky, you might find them on there. Let's see. I know that there's one or two other like small, really unknown companies that make turbo kits or upgraded turbos for our cars. I know nothing about them. I don't even remember the name of the company, so I'm not going to speak on those. But like I said, I want to say that there's one more big company that makes upgraded turbos for our cars. Who is it? Who is it? It's okay. More to come soon. Better to come soon. So, yeah. Alright guys, so this is what the car looks like without the turbo installed. So as you can see, the turbo's not on. I got all the lines right there. So, shop's already in Florida. The shop owner received it. He just has to take it apart, let me know how much damage was done to it, you know, what all happened to it, etc, etc. But this is pretty much what it looks like without the turbo. It is now a temporarily in a 1.5 but it'll be fixed soon, hopefully. Like I said, I got my daily outside, so I'm not too worried about having this back up and running, although I do miss it. I really do. I miss doing pulls, but it's gonna be worth it. I promise it's gonna be worth it. So yeah, like I said, this is what, you know, it looks like without the turbo. Something I do recommend, if anybody's turbo fails, I do recommend replacing the oil feed line, just because you don't know, you know, what could have gone into the feed line itself, and the hoses on it right there. You don't have to. That's just me doing me. That's just what I recommend. But yeah, so like I said, I got a few more things coming for the motor. Hopefully pretty soon. Actually, I got another huge surprise for y'all that's literally right next to the car that I'm trying not to show you guys. You guys gotta wait to the next video or another video to see that. I don't know if it'll be the next one, but it'll definitely be a video coming soon. Speaking on the next video will be coming out super soon right after this one. Got an amazing opportunity I want you guys to know about, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it. So please stay tuned to the channel. Like I said, hit the thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see, what kind of content. If it doesn't necessarily have to be about Civics. It can be whatever kind of content you guys want to see. Just comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I promise you I'm gonna do my best to give you guys what you want. So like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. This is pretty much it for this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Focus. All right, be safe.